to Maths on Radio, a program catalyzed and supported by National Council for Science and Technology Communication, Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi.
सोचो सीखो बोलो बदलो सोचो सीखो बोलो बदलो चमका दो दुनिया को जीत लो इस जहां को
सोचो सीखो बोलो बदलो सिर्फ मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो के साथ 107.8 FM मस्ट रेडियो पर
सीमा, क्या हुआ? इतनी परेशान क्यों है?
क्या बताऊं, राज इस बार मैथ्स में फेल होते होते बच गया। बाकी के सब्जेक्ट्स तो ठीक है, कहानी भी ठीक ठाक पढ़ लेता है, खेलने में भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती, पर सिर्फ मैथ्स कितना भी पढ़ाऊं कुछ फायदे का होता ही नहीं।
तो उसे मैथ्स भी कहानियों के माध्यम से पढ़ाना।
वो कैसे?
देख, मस्त रेडियो 107.8 पे 28 फेब से रोज सुबह 9, दोपहर 1 और शाम 7 बजे अलग अलग तो समय पर मैथ्स पढ़ाया जाएगा। सुना है कि कहानियों का मदद भी लिया जाएगा।
अरे वाह, इससे तो राज को मजा भी आएगा और वो कुछ सीख भी लेगा।
अब से मस्त रेडियो पे अनोखी तरह से होगी पढ़ाई।
वन 107.8 मस्त रेडियो पर मैं हूँ आपका दोस्त प्रशांत। एक बार फिर से लेकर आ चुका हूँ आपका अपना पसंदीदा कार्यक्रम मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो सीजन 2। दोस्तों, हर कोई चाहता है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा पैसे कमाए और काफी सारे लोग कमाते भी हैं, काफी सारी तनख्वाह भी आती है उन्हें। लेकिन जब तनख्वाह आती है तो उनके जो हम कहें तो एक शीट होती है जिस पर बहुत सारे अनाउंसेस लिखे रहते हैं, डीए। तो दोस्तों, ये डीए तो फिर भी एक ठीक बात है, लेकिन ट्रैवल अलाउंस की बात करें, लेकिन ये डीए क्या है? डियरनेस अलाउंस। इसमें क्या होता है? इसमें एक कोई गणित है, वो गणित है इंडेक्स नंबर्स का, और ये इंडेक्स नंबर की पूरी जानकारी हमें देंगे डॉक्टर पाटकर जो हमारे साथ हैं। तो दोस्तों, बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण जानकारी इस गणित की दीजिए।
Hello friends, welcome back once again to Maths on Radio Season 2 with another fresh episode, and we are with our mathematician Dr. Vivek Patkar. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
In fact, interviewing you every time in the show has suddenly made me very curious. You know, every time I listen to someone talking around me, I suddenly start thinking about mathematics in whatever they're talking.
Good.
Because I was talking to my father in the morning, and he's a ex-railway person, so he has a pension, and they were discussing about the breakup of the pension and things like that. So the grade and the DAs and things like that. The dearness allowance, you know, I've always wondered how is it calculated. Now, travel allowance, I can understand you're going somewhere, so you're reimbursed that particular amount. But this DA and it's based on some index and something. So please enlighten our listeners on this number or this concept.
Very good question, and it reminds me another application of numbers.
Oh,
that is called the index number.
So add another number to the whole family of
numbers.
Yeah.
So means in sense of application. Correct. Like that. So index number theory itself is also advancing still. You know, various kinds of index numbers are being constructed.
Okay.
I will try to sum up some of those like that. The one which is related to your dearness allowance is called wholesale price index.
Wholesale price
index and consumer price index.
Okay.
These are slightly two different. So one of them is used for calculations like that.
Basic standard.
Like that. Now, idea of index number generally it is treated in statistics, economics like that. It is like that. These index numbers indicate the level of a phenomena on a particular date or during a period in comparison to the level of the same phenomena on the same date or same period
at some
other time.
Okay.
It's very simple calculations are there. Suppose current year index number you want to compute. Current year's price divided by base year price. So base year may be 2010 or maybe last
whichever
year.
Whichever year you want to take as a...
into 100. So this is very simple, you can say current year's price index. But more complicated are required because all commodities may not be of equal importance.
Yes, so I mean,
so
from that perspective,
so you may assume certain weightages for each of them. So some should be one like that, and weight, price, quantity, consumption like that. So this is how variety of formulas are derived, and the basic contribution to this whole index generation came from Sir Ronald Fisher. This Fisher's ideal formula is given there like that, and you may be perhaps aware that Ronald Fisher is almost like Leonard Arnold in mathematics. Same role he has played in statistics.
Really?
Every branch of statistics will find something or other
which is very amazing in terms of the contribution.
Really very amazing. So salute to him. So he has given a formula which may look a bit complicated, something like this: sigma pi q0 divided by sigma p0 q0 into sigma pi qi divided by sigma p0 q0 square root into 100.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So but this is very powerful formula, and it can be used in variety of things. Let us see wholesale price index. Some small example. Let us take 3 commodities: rice, wheat, and sugar. They mostly consumed by almost like that. Now suppose we have got data for 2012. The price of rice per kg was rupees 30. That of wheat was 35 and sugar was 25. Then in 2013 the price of rice was rupees 35 per kg, 39 per kg for wheat and 27 for sugar. And then 40 for rice in 2014, 41 for wheat and 30 for sugar. Like that. Now what we assume that this base year price, let us say we want to treat 2012 year as the base year.
For reference.
So means that you put 30 means 100, 35 means 100, 25 means 100. Now you divide 35 by 30 and multiply by 100. You will get the 110.6 as the 100 as a number. So that is the index number for rice. In like that. If you divide 40 by 30 price, you will get 133.33. So the index.
Yes. So just let me quickly help our listeners understand. Why are we dividing 35 by 30? Because in 2013 the price of rice was 35,
base price,
and the base price in 2012 was 30. Now if you go to 2014, it was 40, and in 2013 it was 35 rupees per kg. So in the next index, for example, if we take 2013 as the base, we may.
But we are not. We are not taking. We want to stick to one base. So we will take all denominator to be 2012 prices
only
and divide like this. Some them have take their average. So base index average was 100. This average is 110.03 and for 2014 123.49.
Because 40 upon 30 into 100.
Like that. So now you take the average of all these, sum them up and take the average. This is a wholesale price index for the 3 years are computed. 100 for 2012, 110.03 for 2013 and 123.49 like that.
So we add them, take the average
like that. So
and that will be some number of reference to calculate some further things.
So if suppose it is like this, if this index increased by 25 points, DNS allowance should be increased by 5%. That kind of formulas are there like that. So if it is not, then it won't be changed.
Because ultimately the government has to have some average
right.
of giving out the DNS allowance.
But people have been saying no, this is wholesale price index, but retailer doesn't give us whole price.
So
that's why consumer price index is also computed.
Which takes into consideration the retail prices.
Retail prices like that. Similar logic is there like that. So now you can now here what we are assume that all rice, wheat, and sugar are of equal importance. But if you add some more material,
they might be
like that. So you have to give some weight.
Right.
And then multiply it and make it light. So in real life it is done that way. All are not treated as equal. Like I just for simplicity give example.
As an example we have taken.
For this calculation, National Census or Sample Survey Organization, NSSO, of the central government, carries out the surveys from time to time.
Okay, to get the data.
And they are held by there are Director of Economics and Statistics in each state government.
Okay.
So they really take up the data from the local.
So the request
market.
to all the listeners is that in any kind of census by the government, please give some data, some precise data. Otherwise, it may affect in the long run some way or the other. You never know. When so many numbers come up, the average will always.
So this is a very big exercise done periodically, and that is how the DNS allowance, or previously it was called City Compensatory Allowance.
Okay.
That is computed.
Correct.
Because each city is price level, everything is different. So, say a small city like near Sangli,
it might not be as expensive
as
as
Bangalore or something like that. So,
or Pune.
So that's why CCA allowance was calculated separately for if you are posted there, you will get different CCA.
So I think again a request to all the listeners is that if you are working, have a salary slip, try and enjoy on a holiday. Take those numbers.
Yes. And over the years, how the DA has increased, what percentage, it has got a sound mathematical base like that.
Lovely.
And there are a variety of indexes built like that. Sometimes they are called indicators.
Okay.
Sometimes they are called coefficients. But the idea is same. Means you assume some base and then go on comparing. Like that. So you have got a constant thing to compare with. Otherwise it becomes very nebulous like that.
Right.
Another very important index is Human Development Index.
Okay. Now this is
HDI. Very important.
I heard of FDI but not HDI.
HDI, yes. And this was developed in 1990 by Amartya Sen, Indian Nobel Prize, and Pakistan economist Mahbub ul Haq. They together worked this out, and in 1990 UNDP, United Nations Development Programme, accepted it as a common, you can say, consideration to judge where each country is in terms of human development. That's why called Human Development Index like that. Now it has to be very coarse level, because you cannot get a very fine data from so many countries like that.
Correct.
So they say it will be a composite measure of 3 indices. One is called the Life Expectancy Index. So life expectancy LE minus 20 divided by 85 minus 20, this is how it is computed. Then Education Index.
Right.
It consists of what is called the maximum years of school index plus expected year of school index divided by 2. This is how it is computed. And then it is called Income Index. II. So it has got a formula.
Life expectancy,
education expectancy, income. These only 3 things they said, parameter like that, and there is some mathematical formula is there like that. Now all these 3 indices, when it's computed, they are multiplied and its cube root is taken. It is called geometric mean.
Geometric mean.
3 are there, so 1 by 3 is there like that, and its value will be between 0 and 1. 0 means nothing is happening, 1 means the best thing like that. So every year information on this is collected and it is sent there, it is checked there again, for inconsistencies or some abnormalities, they get back like that. So every year this Human Development Report is published by UNDP, and there the Human Development Index and it is,
these numbers give you a good idea in terms of what is happening, how good, bad, ugly.
Yes. So so they have categorized according to HDI the whole world in 4 things: highly industrialized countries, medium industrialized countries, developing countries, and
that's how you kind of sort of bifurcate also into a developed and a developed.
So that is how there, and it also gives some sort of a tab that this country is progressing very fast or stagnating or gone down. It is happening. Some countries where actually their rank has gone down. Now on 24 July 2014, this HD report of 2014 was released, where HDI tables were there. The Norway tops the rank, and its HDI value is 0.944.
Oh, almost close to the
one
figure where we are talking
ideal,
about. Correct. And I think this is what comes. I read this particular report on the one of the websites of the best countries to stay.
Right.
I think they use the same.
Yes. So it is based on this HDI, and many more factors are there. But these are the basic things. USA ranks 5th with 0.914.
Okay.
UK ranks 14th, 0.892. India is 135th.
Oh my God.
And our value is 0.702.
Okay, but in fact 0.7 and 0.94, so many people on those countries.
So many countries, more than 100 countries are there, and below us are also there are many countries, but we should look away, above, not below, like that. So this is very important, you can say number, but different form of index.
Correct.
This is very important. Now, when this idea of comparing the countries started happening, then people start, why don't we compare cities also?
Yes, because which is the most expensive city or the most most popular city
like
or
that,
the best city to live in.
Yeah. So City Development Index, CDI, started again. United Nations took the lead in 1996. UN Habitat Program.
Correct.
They started building the city DDI. It is slightly more comprehensive. Again, it collects information from most of the major cities from each country. So some countries drop some cities of their own like that. It is not compulsory. Now it has got more than 3 components. One is what is called the infrastructure index.
Okay.
So it covers the number of water connections, sewerage connections, electricity connections, telephone connections.
Okay.
Yeah, and its weight is 0.25, something like that. They take it. Then waste index means wastewater treated and formal solid waste treated.
In terms of how well planned a city is, how it is being operated.
Services like that. Then health index, life expectancy, and some formula is there.
Right.
Then education index, literacy and combined enrollment product, and product index, city product index means income related. And all these 5 factors added and divided by 5. So that is the CDI, City Development Index, like that. Now here, some years back, I don't have current data, Stockholm from Sweden was the top, 97.4. This is from 0 to 100.
Okay.
Right? So Stockholm was 97.4. That was the top. Moscow was 5th with 69.9. See, the gap is in like that. Because most of the top cities are from Scandinavian countries.
European countries.
Lahore was 13, Bangalore was 15. But Mumbai was way down. Like
so
that.
we have to improve our CDI.
Yeah. So, this CDI is looked upon by many multinational corporations for their decision making, whether they should locate their office in this city or that city.
As a citizen of the city, I think agencies also get direction with these numbers.
Right.
Where to take it, how to build,
and where we are weak. So all that insight you can get once you do this exercise. So for urban planning, city planning, this also proves a very good exercise.
With some very basic mathematical information, you can also get a home development index for your own family and understand what is happening, where it is going, and what sort of budget you can actually allocate for something. So fundamental thing is, please do not get scared of numbers, because numbers will help you to do a lot of things, right from designing a song to designing a building to in fact also checking out whether a book is worth reading it or not.
Right. Yes,
Dr. Patkar,
you got the point.
Yes, Dr. Patkar, thank you very much for talking about the application of index numbers today in this episode. I'm sure most of our listeners will like, and whatever feedback, we'll surely send it back to you. But friends, please do stay tuned to Maths on Radio Season 2 for some more wonderful stories on applications. And please remember, do not get scared of mathematics.
Thank you.
तो देखा दोस्तों, इंडेक्स नंबर का इस्तेमाल किस तरह से होता है। सिर्फ डीए निकालने के लिए नहीं, लेकिन और भी अन्य चीजों के लिए भी इसका बहुत इस्तेमाल होता है। तो दोस्तों सुनते रहिए मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो सीजन 2।
1s are 2, 2 2s are 5।
अरे हंसा, 5 नहीं 6 होता है।
मुझे तो कुछ नहीं आता भाई साहब।
हंसा, ओ मेरी हंसा, चिंता क्यों करती है? तेरे जैसे हजारों बच्चों जिनको आंकड़ों से इतना प्रॉब्लम है, उन्हीं के लिए तो मस्त रेडियो नया प्रोग्राम लेके आया है, मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो।
हैला, ये तो मस्त है।
अभी तू भी सुन कल से, और चक्की की क्लास भी तू ही ले पाएगी।
तो सुनिए और सिखाइए मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो, ओनली ऑन मस्त रेडियो 107.8 FM।
2 जीन्स, 3 कुर्ता, 5 शर्ट, 4 साड़ी और 2 टॉप्स, कितना हुआ?
2 जीन्स का 10 रुपया, 3 कुर्ते का 9 रुपया, 5 शर्ट का 10 रुपया, 4 साड़ी का 40 रुपया और 2 टॉप का 5 रुपया। मतलब हुआ 10, 9, 10, 40, 5, 74।
हाँ, ऐसे कैसे? रुक जरा, मैं कैलकुलेटर से चेक करती हूँ। हाँ रे, राइट बोल रही एकदम। तुझे कैसे इतना आता है?
बस क्या मैडम, रेडियो सुनने का और इस्त्री करने का।
मतलब?
अरे मैडम, वो रेडियो पे आता है ना 107.8 पर, मैथ्स ऑन मस्त रेडियो। 9 बजे, 1 बजे, 7 बजे आप सुनो और बच्चों को भी सुनाओ मैडम।
Hi friends, welcome to Maths on Radio. Hypatia was a famous woman mathematician born in Alexandria, Egypt. The life of Hypatia was one enriched with a passion for knowledge. Hypatia was the daughter of Theon, who was considered one of the most educated men in Alexandria, Egypt. Theon raised Hypatia in the world of education. Most historians now recognize Hypatia not only as mathematician and scientist, but also as a philosopher. Historians are uncertain of different aspects of Hypatia's life. For example, Hypatia's date of birth is one of the highly debated. Some historians believe that Hypatia was born in the year 370 AD. On the other hand, others argue that she was an older woman around 60 at that time of her death, thus making her birth in the year 355 AD. Throughout her childhood, Theon raised Hypatia in the environment of thoughts. Historians believe that Theon tried to raise the perfect human. Theon himself was a well-known scholar and a professor of mathematician at the University of Alexandria. Theon and Hypatia formed a strong bond as he taught Hypatia his own knowledge and shared his passion in the search of answers to the unknown. Hypatia grew older. She began to develop an enthusiasm for mathematics and science, astronomy and astrology. Most historians believe that Hypatia surpassed her father's knowledge at a young age. However, while Hypatia was still under her father's discipline, he also developed for her a physical routine to ensure for her healthy body as well as highly functional mind. In education, Theon instructed Hypatia on different religions of the world and taught her how to influence people with the power of words. He taught her the fundamentals of teaching, so that the Hypatia became a profound orator. People from the other cities came to study and learn from her. Hypatia's studies included astronomy, astrology and mathematics. Reference in the letter by Sciences, one of the Hypatia students credit Hypatia with the invention of Astrolabe, a device used in studying astronomy. However, other sources date this instrument back at least a century earlier. Claudius Ptolemy wrote extensively on the projection used on the plane Astrolabe, and Hypatia's father wrote an Astrolabe treatise that was the basis of much of what was written later in Middle Ages. Hypatia did teach about Astrolabe as Sciences had an instrument made that was arguably a form of Astrolabe. Hypatia was known more for the work she did in mathematics than in astronomy, primarily for the work in the ideas of conic section introduced by Apollonius. She edited the work on the conics of Apollonius, which divided cones into different parts by the plane. This concept developed the ideas of hyperboles, paraboles and ellipses. With Hypatia's work on this important book, she made the concept easier to understand, making the work survive through many centuries. Hypatia's life ended tragically. However, her life's work remained. Later, Descartes, Newton and Leibniz expanded on her work. Hypatia made extraordinary accomplishment for a woman in her time. Philosophers considered her a woman of a great knowledge and excellent teacher.
भाई हम हर एपिसोड में आपको ऐसे लोगों से मिलवाते हैं जो तो आशिक होते हैं इस चीज के, या कहें तो इससे दूर भागते हैं। जी बिल्कुल, गणित की बात कर रहे हैं। काफी लोगों को लगाव होता है इससे, और काफी लोग हम कहें तो पल्लू झाड़कर निकल जाते हैं। तो कुछ ऐसे ही लोग फिर एक बार हमारे साथ यहाँ पर जुड़ते हुए आज हमारे साथ है सुमन पांडे और अंतिमा, जो अपने अनुभव बताएंगे कि उन्हें मैथ्स के बारे में क्या लगता है। वो क्या बताना चाहेगी वो आप तो सुनेंगे, लेकिन क्या हम इनके डर को निकाल पाएंगे ये भी देखना उतना ही जरूरी होगा। फिलहाल तो हम उनसे आपको मुखातिब करवाते हैं, उनसे मिलवाते हैं। तो लीजिए दोस्तों, मिलते हैं इनसे।
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन, मेरा नाम सुमन पांडे है और मैं मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी की MA की स्टूडेंट हूँ। आज हम मैथ्स के बारे में बात करेंगे। मैथ्स मेरे लिए सब्जेक्ट से ज्यादा फन है। वैसे मुझे मैथ्स से डर लगता है पर फिर भी मजा आता है। एक बार तो ऐसा हुआ, मैथ असाइनमेंट के लिए मैंने छुट्टी मार ली, जिसके लिए मुझे बहुत डांट पड़ी क्योंकि टीचर शॉक थे कि असाइनमेंट के लिए बच्चा लेक्चर मिस करता है। मैथ्स हमें हर जगह पे काम आती है, फ्रॉम किचन टू और वर्क प्लेस। किचन में भी हमें मैनिपुलेट करना पड़ता है कितना बनाए क्या बनाए, और वर्क प्लेस में सबको मैथमेटिक्स यूज होती है। मस्त रेडियो पर मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो जो है बहुत कुछ सिखाता है, जो सिंप्लीफाइड है और नॉलेज भी देता है। मतलब इट्स लाइक नॉलेज विद फन। सो स्टे ट्यून ऑन मस्त रेडियो, ज्ञान का डोज।
नमस्कार, मैं अंतिमा चौधरी। मैं साहित्य की विद्यार्थी हूँ, पर मुझे गणित पसंद है। यहाँ थोड़ा विरोधाभास हो सकता है क्योंकि मैं गणित में उतनी अच्छी नहीं रही हूँ, पर ये इसलिए है क्योंकि जो गणित है वो हमारे जीवन के हर क्षेत्र में है। घड़ी की सुइयों से लेकर के दूरियां तय करनी हो, घर की सामग्री लेनी हो या बॉस से सैलरी, बैंकिंग हो, बिजनेस हो, तकनीक हो, हर क्षेत्र में हमारे मैथ आवश्यक है। इसलिए मैं इतना तो कहूंगी कि हमें हर किसी को मैथ की बेसिक जानकारी जरूरी होनी चाहिए, और जो हमारे इसके शिक्षक हैं उन्हें बच्चों को मैथ अच्छे से पढ़ाना चाहिए, क्योंकि बच्चे जो होते हैं वो मैथ से काफी डर जाते हैं। वो उनके अंदर एक फियर होता है कि मैथ एक हवा है, वो उसको ना करते हुए हमारे बच्चों को बेसिक मैथ है वो अच्छे से पढ़ाएं ताकि वो इससे डरे नहीं।
सुनो 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 सुनो, मैथ्स मारो नाम कहे पते की बात। अरे मैथ्स मारो नाम कहे पते की बात। अरे मैथ सीखना है तो सुनो 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 सुनो, मस्त रेडियो सुनो सुनो मस्त रेडियो। अरे एल्गोरिदम है, अरे ज्योमेट्री है, अरे एल्गोरिदम है, अरे ज्योमेट्री है, अरे सेट थ्योरी थ्योरम भी है। सुनो सुनो मस्त रेडियो, सुनो सुनो मस्त रेडियो, सुनो सुनो मस्त रेडियो। अरे मैथ्स मारो नाम कहे पते की बात। सुनो सुनो मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो, सुनो सुनो मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो 107.8 मस्त रेडियो। सुनो सुनो मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो।
दोस्तों, आपको हमारा ये कार्यक्रम कैसा लगता है ये आप हमें बता सकते हैं हमारे ईमेल आईडी पर। हमारा ईमेल आईडी है radiomust@gmail.com। दोस्तों, फेसबुक पर जाकर आप रेडियो मस्त कम्युनिटी रेडियो, ये हमारा फेसबुक का पेज भी लाइक कर सकते हैं, और हमारे तमाम जो एपिसोड है इन्हें सुनने के लिए हमारी वेबसाइट पर भी जा सकते हैं, mastradio.in। तो दोस्तों, सुनते रहिए। मैं हूं आपका साथी प्रशांत, लेता हूं आपसे इजाजत इसी वादे के साथ कि अगली बार कुछ और एक रोचक जानकारी आपके लिए लेकर आऊंगा।
चिंकी, मैथ्स का होमवर्क किया तुमने?
नहीं मैम।
अभी करेगी या थप्पड़ लगाओ?
थप्पड़ से डर नहीं लगता मैम, मैथ्स से लगता है।
इसमें डरने की क्या बात है? हर रोज सुबह 9 बजे, दोपहर 1 बजे और शाम को 7 बजे सुनो मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो, ओनली ऑन 107.8 मस्त रेडियो FM। पढ़ो और पढ़ाओ, मैथ्स ऑन रेडियो बजाओ।
Maths on Radio, a program catalyzed and supported by National Council for Science and Technology Communication, Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi.